Tyler, it's finally here. It is finally here.
The biggest weekend of the
Easter.
year.
Easter.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No. Oh, that's not wrong podcast.
It's just a coincidence that it landed on that holiday where that one guy did that thing.
Oh,
Everybody
oh,
talked about it
oh.
for like 2,025 years. Remember that?
Yep. Nope. I recall. Okay. So you're talking about 420 then.
Close.
Closer. I'm getting closer.
We're getting closer. Again,
We're getting closer. Yeah.
Rob Van Dam is going to have a really good WrestleMania because of this.
Oh yeah. WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah,
Here
WrestleMania.
we go.
Yeah.
Yeet, as my daughter says now.
Mine too. A lot.
Yeah. Oh, she was at the soccer game today going yeet to her brother out in the field. It was awesome.
Today's shirt, since it's WrestleMania, I went with just a straight legend shirt. WrestleMania is where legends are made, right? Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
Guerrero, Hart, Stone Cold, Taker, Ultimate Warrior, which is a questionable pick, and Shawn Michaels.
It's a beautiful shirt. I went with the man himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was gonna wear this the other time we were gonna do one, but we ended up not doing that day. So.
And then you got to
Where is
rep
it?
CM Punk for that main event tonight.
Is he taking a part of this tonight?
He's going to take the whole thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's talk about it then, huh?
Hold
What do
on.
you say?
I got to do a shameless plug for a friend of the podcast. He makes custom controllers. This is car paint. And I bought it on Mercari from JR's Customs, $40. And
So cool.
He does this himself. That's my own charger pack there. The regular one's purple, just like this, but amazing work. No stick drift, brand new buttons, custom buttons. The best buttons. I'm sorry, there's a little Trump there. But, yeah, JR's Customs. He does PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, X. And you know what? I wouldn't doubt he'd do a Nintendo Switch for you, too. He's a good guy with quality work, so go check him out.
I got those brand new Switches coming out here pretty soon.
They do. It's just more business for him. Shout out to JR, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get some. I think I might try to get some controllers from him, probably for something for Ezra.
Do it. Oh, Cassie's already like eyeballing this one that's like orange and red, and it kind of like, when you twist it like this, like those really expensive cars you see that do like the purple to blue, it does the orange to red thing.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up having to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sick,
and
it's quality work, so can't complain.
That's all that matters.
All right, let's get into this. This is a different type of episode. This isn't even an episode. It's a special. All we're doing today is going down the match card of night 1 and night 2, giving my and my wife Cassie's picks, Rankin's and Marissa's picks, and at the end of it, on Monday when we do our next show, we'll figure out who had the most right, who had the most wrong, who's the winner and going to get a prize that we haven't decided what it is yet, and who's the loser and is going to drink gasoline.
So I was thinking about that too. So are we're just gonna let everybody pick whoever they want to pick, right? We're not gonna go like against each other kind of thing. Just everybody pick whoever they want to pick.
Everybody pick what everybody wants. Yeah. There's
no
way we're going to have the same picks.
What they do with the NFL, you know what I mean? Where they do like but okay. So I just was, and then whoever has the best record at the end of this. All right. Let's do this.
And here's the tough thing. One of us has to lead because I bet ours aren't in the same order. I don't know what the match card order is. I don't even know if that's out yet.
So I looked up multiple different sources to find the match card because I didn't believe what I was reading, right? Every place I saw went like what I have here. So, starting with Rey Mysterio.
Okay, that's what I had first.
Okay, so we'll start with that. We'll just go Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
Now,
and you
this
drop
has
that
to have
that you have.
Yeah, this has to have an asterisk next to it. Ray couldn't walk out of SmackDown last night. He actually had to get carried out. So this is if he's even wrestling. Otherwise, this would be just a throwaway.
Now, let's just say this. If you pick Ray, you would also pick his replacement if there's a replacement.
All right, we can run that because I think his replacement would be Ray Phoenix, honestly.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix or Dragon Lee. One of those two.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
uh,
You want to do you and Marissa first, and then I'll do me and Cassie?
yeah. Apparently, we're both um, Gulf of America type people over here. So,
Wow.
we both think El Grande Americano is going to come away with this one.
Uh, Me and Cassie both picked Ray.
Yeah, I figured.
I,
I do hope he's okay though.
yeah, I
No
do.
ill will
Yeah.
there.
It looked like something with his ankle or his knee. It was the left side. I
Yeah.
believe he's had the most surgeries on that left side. So that's,
Hope he's doing all right.
yeah.
All
Did
right.
you
Next
have
up, I had
Jade
Jade
Cargill and
Naomi.
Naoma? Or
Yep.
Naoma?
Yep.
Naomi? Okay, we
Yep.
must have
That's
went on the
up.
same site.
Yeah. Well, I looked at a few, and these were kind of all the same. So, because
Okay.
I thought they were going to lead off with Jey Uso and Gunther, so I was a little shocked to not see them, lead the card. So
Yeah.
anyway, Jade Naomi.
Yep.
Marissa picked Jade, and I chose Naomi for this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So me and Cassie also picked Jade.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. All
Boy.
right. Yeah. So no, I say the reason I picked Naomi, just so you know, is just because uh um I just don't know where they go after this, and I don't know what either one has for either one. So it's like they may need to extend this a little bit and maybe end it at Backlash, So this seems to be the perfect type of match to have a sequel to. So I can kind of see it going Naomi this time.
Yeah, I mean, I just went with my gut, and they want the quick payoff,
Yeah,
but I don't know. Yeah, they
yeah,
could.
and I mean Jade makes sense. Jade is definitely the make sense pick here. Next one I had was Champs, right? The War Raiders and the New Day.
Yep.
Um, we both over here picked the War Raiders
So
because
did we.
we don't we don't f with the New Day. Um, so sorry guys. It's funny because I do think the New Day's gonna win here, but
Oh my
it's
god,
just
I don't think so.
well, I only said no because I was like, well, there's already a heel tag team, so it's kind of
Right.
hard to run two heel tag teams like that. Um, all right, well, that's quick. We'll move on to the next one. We had LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. Championship. I think there's some conversation on this one, all over the place. This could be a wild one.
What do you got?
Well, so it's kind of funny because we picked differently, but we picked them by the same result. So she picked LA Knight by DQ. I picked Jacob Fatu by DQ. Um, I don't think this is done by any means, but I can't see either one of them taking a clean loss right now. And
Um,
that's the same thing Marissa said. She just a clean loss to either one of these doesn't make sense.
I get that. Um, I also picked Jacob Fatu, and Cassie
Hmm.
did pick LA Knight. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
LA. She thinks LA Knight's going to win clean. Um,
Yeah.
if if LA Knight wins, I think it is by DQ. But if it is a clean win, I think Jacob Fatu, just because of how hard you're building him right now.
Yeah. Well, that's just like, gosh, it's hard to say LA Knight takes an L, and like Marissa said today, like Jacob Fatu doesn't need a title. I've been saying it for a while. He doesn't need a title. It was the same thing with the Fiend back then. Like he didn't need a title. Just let him go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see the setup again for another backlash style match because you're not going to have those headliners at that.
Yeah.
I could see them setting up some kind of like solo Jacob situation coming out of this, and that's why I think maybe he wins by DQ. Um, so he still gets the win, but solo costs him the title. That kind of thing.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, this one just has potential to be. There's potential to be some, you know, shenanigans.
And I think this is the only match besides the main event of night two that I think anybody would get involved in.
Oh, not even this main event tonight. You think this is going clean? Just those three the whole time?
Well, I mean, Paul Heyman is going to play some sort of part, but I'm just saying,
Besides,
like,
yeah, besides him,
it's
besides
it's a
him,
triple
yeah,
threat, so there is no. There is no
Right.
DQ.
Okay. True. True. Okay. But there could be other people
Oh, there
involved.
might
I
be
see that.
something else that happens, but it's technically a clean finish because there is no DQ.
That's fair. That's fair. Nope, I got you. All right. What we got? We got Tiffany
Yep.
Stratton, and Charlotte Flair here for the women's title. Well, we both. Well, this is a Tiffy house. Okay, we're a Tiffy house and we're a Bianca house. So that'll give you away our night too. But we went pure Tiffy on this one.
Yep. So did we. I
Yeah.
don't think
Also,
anybody sees Charlotte winning this one.
no, because Charlotte Flair is getting awfully close to Hogan status in my eyes at this point. So I'm just getting really annoyed with her. So anyway, um, we'll move on to the men's championship. We got Jey Uso versus Gunther. This was a tough one. I think both of us, Chris and I, we were downstairs in our business meeting, as you guys saw. I think both of us were struggling with who to pick here, and we both ended up going with Gunther, but it was reluctantly.
Wow.
Yep, yep, it
Uh,
was reluctantly.
we both picked Jey Uso because I want to stay married still. So.
Good decision. Good decision. Good decision. I will say it doesn't make sense that we picked Gunther based on what we picked at as the main event finish for night two because you're just crapping on people all the whole time, and there's got to
Yeah.
be some balance there. But I don't know. I neither one of us just think Jey Uso's ready for it. Not in like the whole sense of like he's not main event ready for it. I just don't think now's the time for a Jey Uso champion. But
So I had watched a little thing that Triple H had said about Jey Uso and he said that this is his time. And yes, he's not
yeah,
the best in ring worker. And I was like, well, there's a backhanded compliment. But he really made up
yeah,
for it by saying it's not about in ring work, it's about charisma. And
hmm
Jay has it. He goes, the fact that everybody says yeets with him all the way down to the ring after the match, and everybody's hanging on every word he says. That's why I believe he wins. I think
yeah,
he's going to be the. Everybody thought Cody was going to be the biggest face champion.
yeah. I mean, and I
I
think
think
it
it's going to be
makes
Jay.
sense if Jay goes over, that Cena goes over later. I think that makes sense, but it just Uh, I don't know. It's been I've gone back and forth on this for I mean honestly since the Rumble. I think I've flipped on it probably 6 times on
You
where I
have.
think it's gonna go. Yeah, so I just but I think I'm gonna land on Gunther. But I see what you're saying though. I mean,
Yeah.
and I could they're gonna need a champion like that. I hope he doesn't get Kofi. That's kind of I guess the way I look at it. I hope because same with Kofi. Yeah, sure, it was Kofi Mania. It was Kofi's time, but the way they did Kofi was so disrespectful
Oh, the
because he wasn't
afterward.
valued as a yeah
Yeah.
he wasn't valued as a champion. He was valued as somebody who was bringing people in and who was hype at that time. And I just don't want them to not value Jay as a champion and only value him as a hype at that time because then that's going to end pretty poorly for him.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I agree.
so.
Actually.
But
Um,
so if they go about it the right way, then I'm all for it. I'm all for a
right.
J title run.
They've had to have learned from that mistake, especially seeing as how Vince isn't running the show. I think that Jay
Yeah,
has a better shot.
I agree. I mean, yeah, that was a whole Brock thing there,
Yeah.
but still, yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So, yeah, so we got this triple threat. I don't think anybody is gonna go with Punk. So who'd you guys go with, Seth or Roman?
Both of us went with CM Punk because she wants to stay
Okay,
married
yeah.
too.
Yeah, all right. Well, that makes sense. I think my wife also values your guys' marriage because she went with CM Punk.
Wow. But she's a Seth
Yeah,
Rollins fan.
she is. She is a Seth Rollins fan. And I was shocked. I was shooketh, as they may say, when she said CM Punk. I was like, he got to you, didn't he? You've been talking to Tyler. You've been talking to Tyler behind my. He got to you, didn't he?
It's all the
I was like,
gifts.
what did he give you? I was like, what happened here? But I mean, honestly, it's to me, it's some Steiner math on who wins this. By the way, that Braun Strowman Steiner math, breaker math was phenomenal. I don't know if you saw that at all. If you didn't, I'll send
Oh,
it to you after this. It
do it.
is. he like recreated it on stage with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, but he goes another step forward because there's four of them. It's phenomenal. So
Wow.
I'll send it to you. But anyway,
Do it.
um, I don't know. I didn't know who the hell was going to win this match. I still don't. I don't know. It's crazy. I just said Roman, but Roman wins on some really weird shit. You know, it may not be some. It may not be an interference. It may not be anything crazy like that, but it's going to be something weird for Roman to win. I don't really know who's going to win this though. I have no clue.
I know I'm praying to God Punk wins for my
Yeah.
105-inch projection screen, for my 4K projector, for my neighbor who it might be kept
Hmm.
up all night. I don't know.
Hmm.
If it goes good, he might
Yeah.
get kept up anyway because I'm going to be partying.
Yeah. This is going to be that. I don't know. I see there being some fuckery happening here in this one.
Oh God,
It's
it's something's going to be fucked,
ah
but I
I
think it,
just
it gets fucked in Punk's favor.
okay. All right. I don't. I'm really hoping here that it's nothing too over the top, right? I don't want to see The Rock tonight. I don't want to see anything crazy like that.
No.
I would like it to be a clean finish, whoever wins. I mean, these guys are three phenomenal workers. I would like to see them have be, get the respect to be able to do a clean finish. So, hopefully it does end clean, but if it doesn't, Roman wins. So,
All right. So night two,
yeah.
I
I,
wanted you to. There's going to be two different picks. The first pick, who's the
yeah.
mystery opponent, and then the second pick, who
Okay.
wins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I forgot to ask Marissa about this.
We
I
can get her
did.
answer
And
later.
so,
You can just
yeah,
text it to me.
I'll get it for later. But I think we have discussed it before. So for the mystery, can we just you want to just do that one right now with the mystery?
Yep. Yep.
Um, so I think we discussed it before, and I think she thinks Nick Aldis is going to be
That's
the
who we
mystery
both
person.
picked.
Yeah. Now I did hear something that I like, and it is because if they roll it into a storyline, I could be a really big fan of this. And it's Nick Aldis coming out, but now he has an enforcer, and that enforcer is Rusev. Um,
Oh, I did
I
hear a lot of Rusev's name getting thrown around too.
Yeah, so my pick there is going to be Rusev, and if it is Rusev, Rusev goes over. If it's anybody else, Randy goes over. But I'm going to go with Rusev and Rusev going over. Marissa would pick Randy going over anybody, though. So
So
just
I
so we're
picked
clear.
Aldis,
Yeah.
and if it's not Aldis, I pick Orton. And
Okay.
Cassie picked Orton over everybody.
Yeah, Marissa's or never over, but I can pick four on that one.
So mine only has an asterisk next to it if it's not Nick Aldis. If it's not Nick
All right.
Aldis, anybody else is losing to Orton.
Okay. All right. So we're opposites on that, you and I, because I'm saying, if it is Nick Aldis, Orton's going over. If it's anybody, like if it's Rusev, and I'm only giving those two options, I don't care,
Yeah.
just those two for me. So I think it'll be Rusev, but if it's not Rusev, it'll be Aldis. If it's Rusev, Rusev goes over. If it's Aldis, Orton goes over. So,
Yep.
so that's kind of
So
we're
and I'm
opposites. That's
opposite. If
okay.
it's Aldis, Orton goes out, and if it's
Wow.
anyone else, Orton's going over.
Anyone else? So, all right, cool. After that, we had AJ versus Logan. I know you guys said Logan. We can move on. Um,
Definitely know that didn't get said in my house.
that didn't happen. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with the fact that I'm probably the only one thinking Logan's going over here. Okay. So Marissa picked AJ. She also said by DQ because she's out here for the drama. So
um. Okay, this next one.
this one's
Next
tough.
one is one that in my
Yeah.
house we are thinking polar opposite.
Yeah, I think we're split here too. Marissa and my lovely daughter, just for whatever reason, she is in love with this man. She loves Damian Priest. Every time he's on screen, that she is dialed in. So they picked Damian Priest. I, however, think Drew is going to finally get his dub here, his big boy dub.
So my daughter's opposite and loves Drew McIntyre, and I'm like, how can you be a CM
Okay.
Punk fan and love Drew McIntyre? And
Shoot,
I don't try to figure
that's
it out. But
yeah.
Cassie said Damian Priest, and I said Drew McIntyre, just because all year he's been getting putting everyone else over all year.
Yep.
Finally, all that whining and
Yep.
complaining, he's going to prove that at 100%,
Yep.
he's going to take out
Let
Damian.
him get his shot now. Yep. All right. Me and you are on the same page there. This one's
Definitely.
tough. This next one's tough. Braun, Penta, Finn, Dom. We went around in circles and circles and circles, and then blindly just picked the same answer. So we ended up on the same spot, but which is wild. I again do not know how this is going to go. I know how I want it to go, and that's how
Yep.
I'm going to say here. I think when you have so much chaos, you got to find that torpedo, and there's only one of those in this group, and that's Braun Breaker. And I think he's
No.
just proven more and more to be a star. So, but I think he
So,
has to pin Dom or Finn. He can't pin Penta.
okay. So Cassie also picked Braun Breaker for the same reason you did. Now let
Hmm.
me tell you why I picked who I picked.
Okay,
I picked Dominic Mysterio.
that's what I thought you were gonna pick. Yeah.
He's just to me in my mind. I think he's gonna help Finn. It's gonna be Judgment Day 2-on-1 on Braun, 2-on-1 against Penta, and it's gonna go all the way until Braun and Penta are beat down. Finn's gonna be
Hmm.
hurt. Dom's gonna be hurt. But at that last second, Dom is gonna flip on Finn and pin him, and
Yeah.
Judgment Day is gonna kick him out.
Hmm.
Dominic's gonna win, and Dominic's gonna become leader of the Judgment Day. Kind
Yeah.
of, but
Which
Liv's really going to be the leader.
so I'm with you on that, right? Up until Dom wins it, right? So I'm with you on those two kind of flipping on each other, but I think what's going to end up happening is one is going to sacrifice the other one to Braun. Right. So it's
Okay.
almost going to be one of those scenarios where one ends up giving up the other one to Braun and Braun ends up winning it. But now they've already still got that fracture. So
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on the fracture. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. These are four good workers. I don't think Penta's coming away with it.
No,
He's just a guy who doesn't need it right now. Like let that
it's too
dude just
new.
go out there without. Yeah, like he doesn't need to be like straddled with a title. Same with Jacob Fatu and same with Ray Phoenix. They don't need to be straddled with titles. Let them go just work for a while.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I think that's cool. So Braun, and then Dom. I'm with it.
Yep.
Uh, all right. This is. I asked Marissa what she thought would be like the biggest disappointment of the night or one that she just didn't care about for the night, and we both said this next match. Like we just don't care about it. Now, I did add a caveat that I also think this does have potential of being a very good match. I just don't care about it.
I think it's going to
You
be a
know?
really good match.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
just
just
think
I
it's not. I think it's smoke and mirrors on why we're actually having this match. I think we're having this
right.
match so Liv and Raquel have a WrestleMania match, and so they can build off this Bailey and Lyra Valkyria storyline. I don't think this is
Yeah,
for the titles, actually.
yeah. This has nothing to do with them because they're not giving Lyra a double title. It just doesn't make sense. There's no reason for it. And Bailey. Just Bailey doesn't want the tag titles. Bailey has never wanted the tag titles. So I agree with you. And I do think it, like you said though, I think it's going to be a good match. Maybe because of that. Maybe just because they get to go out and just go nuts because nobody
Yeah.
has high expectations for it. So and they're all good workers, so it'll be good.
So you
Marissa did
guys
say,
both picked Liv and Raquel, I take it?
yeah, we did. Marissa did say her biggest reason too was that she just likes seeing like Bailey on her own, Liv on her own. She hates seeing them part of a group or a tag team.
So Cassie picked Bailey and Lyra.
Wow, Cass, what are you
No,
doing with your life?
I don't know. I don't know.
She's been sipping on some of that funny juice. She's been having Jaegers over there. You been drinking Jaegers, Cass?
uh,
Start drinking Jaegers.
I definitely bought a bunch of Bloody Mary stuff, so we're gonna be
Oh,
drinking
we're about
bloodies
to
here.
have. I've got all kinds of stuff in this house right now. I went to Costco and I bought all the Kirkland alcohols. I got my Yinglings. I've got my special calm down drinks, shots, and then we have Marissa's gonna actually have a have a rum and Dr. Pepper, guys. So things might get a little wild. I'm probably gonna have to take care of the baby solo. So she's one rum and Dr. Pepper away from being out of here. So she just doesn't she doesn't drink ever. Ever. I'm the drinker for sure. So
Cassie, she'll have one, but tonight I
yeah,
bought enough to drink all of the Bloody Marys.
yeah. I guess I should say that's where she can have one. Like we'll go somewhere, she's down for one drink, but that's normally
I
it.
don't
We're
understand
definitely
how
having
people
two.
can do that. Here, let me just have
And we're gonna
one.
yeah, I mean, no. Yeah, unless it's
Yeah.
one really, really big beer, I get like that real big one, that's
Yeah.
fine. But
And then
yeah,
like
we're
10
definitely having
after, and then
multiples.
I'm cool. But I can't just do one.
I
It's
have
either
I
I'm
couldn't
not
I couldn't
drinking tonight at all, or I'm going to have a 12 pack. There's no in between.
I I knew this was gonna last 30 minutes and I couldn't only bring one. Like I was like, what if I want another? So uh but I think we're gonna have a couple tonight and we're gonna send you guys a shot when we're done here. So she
All
doesn't know
right.
that. I'm gonna tell her that when we get down there. But we got this next match, which had potential to split our household because this is a Bianca household, but my wife loves her some mommy. So we almost got split here, but we did end up going with Bianca both.
All right. So I have all of us are going to have different answers here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to tell you right now who I think is going to win and whose name I'm writing down is Io Sky.
Okay.
Who
I
I'm
mean, that makes the
cheering
best
for,
sense.
who I'm cheering for is Rhea Ripley all the way.
Okay.
But
All right.
the answer that I have is Io because either this
Okay.
company is about to bury Io for being an afterthought in all these storylines building up, and then they just
Yep.
go full burial and have her
Yep.
lose, or everybody should have paid attention to Io the last couple months, and I think that's the kind of storytelling we're looking at. So I'm going with
Yep.
Io Sky. I
Yep.
hope Rhea wins, but
Hmm.
Cassie took Rhea Ripley, and you and Marissa took Bianca.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
but I'm taking Io.
I got you. Yep. I got you. All right. All right. And for this final match, the throwaway match of the evening, the one nobody cares about, that cut a phenomenal Friday night promo. I was in deep to the promo
That was
Friday.
good.
Very good. So Cody versus Cena. Who do you got? And nobody really cares why.
Cassie picked John Cena.
Yep.
I picked Cody Rhodes.
Never mind. I do care why. So we picked John Cena. Both of us did, which again, in my opinion, makes no sense based on our Gunther picks earlier. I'll admit to that. But why Cody? What does Cena do after that?
I think Cena's done after this.
Oh, he's just done.
I
He's not
think
going to
he's
finish
done
the
after
year.
this. There was that little segment or in that promo that Cody did a couple weeks ago saying, after WrestleMania and after I beat you, I will give you the ring so you can say goodbye. I think that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a spoiler. And I
Wow.
think that Cena loses at Mania and he puts over Cody and he does what every wrestling great does, and that's put the next big top guy over on your way out. I think Cena's
Okay.
done after this. There is no more John Cena after tonight. That's what I think.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
3 people out of
Okay.
4 of us think I'm wrong here.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
is what I'm
that's
thinking.
That's bold. That's bold. And when I say that this episode's out and I post that, it's going to be with that take on it, because that is, woo, that is bold. So listen, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for tonight. Looking at this, I was talking to Marissa and I was like, look, we pretty much went chalk, right? Everybody retains. Boom, 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 except for the last one. And I look at it like this. I truly believe that this night is going to go one of two ways. It is everybody is going to retain except for the top, and Cena's going to win it, and that's going to be the one thing that they're going to focus on for the rest of the year, really, at least through the summer, right? That's going to be what they're going to focus on leading up to SummerSlam, um, and that's it. Or WWE is going to say, hey, look, this is the direction we're going in, and they're going to upset everything, right? And just all this is going to be upset. You may have Cody winning to send everybody home happy. You may get that.
Yep.
But the WWE then is signaling like, hey, all of this is changing. Everything's off the table. We're going into the summer fresh. That I don't think it's going to be like honestly what you guys kind of have is you have some retaining, some not retaining, some retaining. I don't think we're going to get a night like that, a couple nights like that. It's going to be chalk except for one big one, or it's going to be chaos.
Okay.
And I'm here for the chaos if that's what we get, man. I know I said chalk, but I want chaos. So,
All right. Well, there's our
yeah,
pick. I hope everybody listens to this before Monday. And
yeah.
you do your shot,
Well,
and I will do
yep,
the figure of the week.
yep. I'm gonna get this out here before WrestleMania Night 1 officially starts at 6 Central Time, so 7 Eastern. But there you go.
This is so ironic for my last pick.
Whew.
I found this puppy at Walmart, mint condition on card.
Oh my!
The 2012 Survivor Series John Cena.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Nice fig. There was 2 of them there. One of them had a
Yep.
really shitty box, but I came away with one of them.
Probably got it from UPS.
No shit.
That was cool. That was cool. I just wanted to get you riled up before WrestleMania, baby.
Nope,
That was
I
all.
find them in the wild from now on. I will not order from the U.S. Postal Service ever again since that CM Punk
Yeah.
figure. Sons of bitches.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you. I get you. All right, guys, let's get this done.
All right.
Happy WrestleMania. Wakanda forever, I think is what that was. All right.